And they are off. Sylverlight choosing to reload. Aquana gets an egg bomb, I believe. And Silver gets the L emblem. Looks like not too great an items for either runner. Both are going to be checking on top item though.
No punch, man. Are you there, man?
It's okay. Aquana getting a Mega Quake, and Silverlight going to be checking the store. Oh, he did get a Jelly Shroom. That's a good 75 coins.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Welcome.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is
Glad
No
you're
Punch
here.
Man.
Excited to see how this turns out. Hopefully we can take this a couple rounds and get ourselves a game 3.
So we'll see. Aquana's got himself into a hole, and Silver is I don't know how it is. I've never seen him not get 200. I don't know what it is.
He's a good
Maybe
player.
I just haven't seen him play.
Both these guys are good players.
Funnily enough, I actually held the record for like all of 3 hours.
Nice.
I got a 226 at about 2:30 today, and then about 5:30, Aquana gets his 2:30. It's crazy. No record. These records are just not safe at all.
It's volatile.
Now with the updates that Zephyrus has put out, which shorten the boss cutscenes a lot, it means that they'll potentially have more time to fight bosses. And I wonder how easy that's going to make getting a record. I mean, we talked with the runners before the game, and Aquana made the joke that now the world record is free with these updates.
Right. We could see a 250 really soon. And it does look like Aquana's going to be grinding here.
Aquana's found a nice place to grind Duo too. This is one of the few places in the game where you don't really need to equip any badges or really level up at all to get meaningful grinding in. Because Flurry's Gale Force just works so well against these Embers. Gale Force declines in effectiveness as enemies' levels increase, so Gale Force strats on like the Clefts on the Moon or the X-Naught PhDs in Agi 13, it won't work so well because they'll be very resistant to Gale Force just by virtue of their level. But these lava bubbles are low enough level that Gale Force can blow them away pretty reliably. It's unlucky that Aquana only got 2 of them with the full Gale Force gauge. Normally you can get 3 or even all 4 of them.
Yeah, getting only 2 seems quite rare, actually. At least compared to 3 or 4. I don't believe I've seen only 1 get blown away.
If you fill Flurry's gauge, you should be able to get most of them to run away. Aquana getting some FP drops there, but only 3 FP. Well, that's what he has Honey Candy for. Meanwhile, it seems like Silverlight is scavenging the world looking for items for any kind of coins. I haven't been paying attention. Has he been successful at that so far? Aquana getting like...
He picked up a few good items. He picked up a gold bar earlier.
Oh, nice.
Oh, not checking the tree. Don't know, a couple items is good, not to waste time in another room. In the same room too long.
Checking items that you can't really reload on, like, because there are these items that you can't see, but they're also too far away from where you spawn, so that it's not convenient to try to reload grind for them.
Right. About the only way you could is once
Actually, we're seeing Silverlight doing a reload grind right here. On top of this pipe at Hay 13.
Did skip out on that power bounce, but of course he's probably going to go for his nice patented Mega Rush P strat. Actually, however, he does pick up a Shine Sprite, so both runners now have a Shine Sprite. But can either of them utilize it?
I wonder who, who is we know that Sylverlight is definitely going to upgrade Yoshi if he gets a chance, because he wants Pero Yoshi, and then with Pero Yoshi that's 5 hops, and also what really is the benefit actually of Pero Yoshi? Not Pero Yoshi. I mean, what's the benefit of upgrading Yoshi? Is his egg throw really that useful?
You get a 5th bounce on ground pound.
I know, but if you have Pero Yoshi and you have your 8 Mega Rush Ps, then you even one-hit the Shadow Queen with just 4 bounces.
That's true.
I mean, if you get a 5th bounce, you can also one-hit Bone Tail, technically. And that's such a fringe, unlikely benefit that doesn't seem like a good enough reason
That's true.
to actually upgrade Yoshi.
The question is there a better partner to spend it on?
Why not Koops? Shell Shield is a very good move.
That's
okay,
good.
not for Silver necessarily, because the difference between Aquana's might do Danger Mario. And if Aquana does do Danger Mario, he'll have a lot of FP. So having Koops' Shell Shield will be very useful because that's infinite boost sheets. Silver is wanting to keep his FP at 5, so he's not going to be able to afford Shell Shield most of the time. So the infinite boost sheet might not be of value to him.
He's going to pick up a double dip right off the bat, which is convenient. Didn't have to reload.
So we're getting a nice shop here on the train, widely considered the 3rd best shop in the game.
Actually, it would make sense to upgrade Goombella to get her multi-bonk ability. That could be useful in an event where Koops gets killed off for some reason. You're gonna have to
like having a second Yoshi in case.
Yeah, it's like having a second
Yoshi dies. And Silver finding Mega Rush P. He doesn't seem to have enough coins to buy 8 of them like he wants to. He's buying 3, in fact. Let's see. If you have 3 Mega Rush Ps with Yoshi, 16, 15, 14, 13 to 0 defense. 31. That's 58 damage to a boss with 0 defense. That's not going to kill a lot of late game bosses. But I guess this is the dilemma that Sylverlight is in, because he just doesn't have enough coins for his complete setup. That being said, why is he reloading? He's already got his double dip.
Does he need boost sheets?
He reloaded boost sheets.
Huh,
Did he miss the boost sheets or something?
He may have. Was it? I didn't. What item was it? Was it like the last?
It was on the far right.
He might have not have seen it. Oh, he didn't need point swaps.
Point swaps, of course.
Yeah.
How could I forget? Point swaps are the absolute key item.
Okay.
For Sylverlight.
That makes sense. He didn't have enough coins for the boost sheets, anyways. So that works out.
He's just gonna buy all of the point swaps he can afford. I mean, a little snafu with return postage there. He's selling the items in his. He's selling things in his inventory because I presume. Now I see. He's buying like too many point swaps and then he's storing some excess, and then he'll go through all his point swaps eventually. Because he expects like 20 inventory space can actually run thin pretty quickly when you're filling it with point swaps, boost sheets, and shooting stars. It's surprising how it works like that.
He accidentally sells one of the point swaps, but he's going to be storing a bunch more of them. That's pretty smart.
He gets Balmo 4. This is one of the premier grinding screens. Assuming that he is actually able to kill these piranha plants. So now he's going to use Yoshi's Gulp to get himself down to 1 FP. And now presumably he will switch to Koops and then use point swap on Koops to get him into Peril, and then Koops will absolutely wreck these piranha plants. these cross
Indeed.
piranhas.
Aquana picked up a free Emerald Star.
Free Crystal Star, but a free not so good Crystal Star that only gives you clock out.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Now we're going to be seeing Silver getting in his grinding.
Aquana getting
And
his
Aquana going for Mega Rush P as well. It seems like Aquana will be matching Sylverlight strategy. A mirror match, if you will.
Hey, if you're make sure you're close to your mic because you're getting muffled a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's all right. I think
So
you
it
leaned
looks
back
like-
or something that disappeared.
Silver finding himself not having enough FP to use Power Shell again.
Ooh,
He does have Turtley Leaf, though. That's nice. He also has Shroom Roast in case he still needs more FP. So realistically, also, Mega Rush P doesn't require that many levels to work with because you can keep your base FP and upgrading HP. It's more of a you can do it, but it's a luxury. Really, all you need is enough BP to equip 8 Mega Rush Ps and Double Dip, which requires 3 levels.
yeah, I'm starting to realize that Mega Rush P is. I think it's a much better strat for even just the one reason of you have the one less checkbox of not having to find Chet Rippo. See what I mean?
But yeah, like danger builds can just lose out to Mega Rush P builds if they don't get Shed Repo. However, I always find that if I get Shed Repo very early, I'll just do danger anyway because then you never have to set up Danger Mario. That's a huge advantage over Mega Rush P. Silver's going to try to mitigate that with all of these point swaps that he has. And maybe in the end, it really won't make a difference. Like the fact that he has to set up Peril.
It's like Aquana ran low on money. He's really gonna need a good money item here. Trying to reload for it.
Super, that's
Yeah,
nice.
that works. What's that, a good 75? 100 maybe?
I think it's like 100. Because Jelly Shroom is 75, right?
Yeah, that's right. Jelly Shroom 75, so it's 100.
Aquana's presumably at this point looking for boost sheets and point swaps.
Most likely. It's those point swaps.
For point swaps, then. Oh, nice, that Frost Piranha with a pretty lucky.
Ooh.
So we're not even attempting to super guard the Piranha, even though it's not a difficult super guard. I guess because, like, this is a race and he really absolutely wants to make sure that, like, he doesn't get some nightmare scenario where, like, he fails the super guard once, it gets frozen, and then he tries to hit with Koops and it misses again, and then he dies. Which, admittedly, that would be pretty nightmarish if it happened. Sylverlight also has a Trial Stew, by the way, which is another instant peril item. It's not as reliable as this double dip strat that he's using. I assume, by the way, that everyone in chat is familiar with Silver's double dip into Mega Rush P strat.
Looks like he's done.
I mean, there aren't exactly a lot of people watching this, and most of the people that are watching this are already familiar with the how to score a lot of points in this game.
Aquana's starting to pick up some earthquakes, and it looked like he changed his mind.
Earthquakes, huh? Earthquakes are one of those because if you're going to use double dip to put yourself to 1 FP, then you're gonna need to use a second item, or else you don't actually lose the 4 FP that you need to. okay, so what I'm trying to say, you need to use one item, the first item, something that's not point swap. And then you use point swap. Double dip brings you down to 1 FP, then point swap puts you in peril. So you need a first item to use. And yeah, in an inventory with point swaps, boost sheets, and whatever item you need for the double dip, it can get cluttered pretty quickly. And so like Earthquake is I guess what Aquana is going with. It's a fairly cheap item. It's an attacking item that can chip in a little bit of damage. Not that he's likely to need it. Sylverlight's gonna get this Jelly Ultra off of the Crane game on GO3.
It's a nice 150.
Did you know like Jelly Ultras are worth 200 at the Twilight Town shop?
No, I did not know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Ooh, Lana finds that.
It's double dip.
Oh, you already had a double. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought he was out of coins.
Oh, seems like Aquana has double dip, and he has a good fistful of Mega Rush Ps, and he has point swaps. I'm not sure that he has boost sheets.
Except with Simplifier. Sylverlight getting a gold bar.
Simplifier makes super guards easy. You don't need boost sheets when you can super guard.
Oh, according to Zeph, you do not need to use a second item.
What? You don't need to use the second.
It says your FP drops as soon as you use the first item, and then you can cancel the second by pressing D.
Well, I mean,
there's some situations where you want to use the second item.
the second item that you want to use is point swap.
No,
Are you saying it's possible? Double dip, point swap first, and then your partner gets into peril, but then you don't need to use anything for your second item?
Yeah, you don't have to. You can use point swap first. You can always use point swap first.
Huh.
I thought you still had to have a second item. Oh, and Aquana picks up a free jelly candy.
We're like getting Jelly Ultra, Gold Bar, and Jelly Super off of the Crane game. That's worth a good 350 coins.
That is good.
And given that Silver is already partially set up with 3 Mega Rush Ps and the double dip, as well as all of his point swaps, he'll need 250 coins for the other 5 Mega Rush Ps, and then he has at least 100 coins to spend on just whatever he wants. Boost sheets, shooting stars, which I guess are the main ones. Sylverlight, if he can find a shop, he'll be in good position to fight bosses. Also, one thing that isn't quite relevant yet, but that will become relevant as soon as boss time comes, is their sequence. Both players' sequences are in Chapter 4 right now. Chapter 4 is a very good sequence to have. Because there actually are, even though you might think a second half of the game, like the second half of the game has more bosses than the first half of the game. So it's like, Chapter 4 is already a very early sequence, because you can fight Dupless, you can fight Cortez, Crump, Smorg, Magnus 2, and then 5 different Chapter 8 bosses. That's 10 bosses, plus just you can always get Rockhawk or Atomic Boo at any time.
And you are skipping the ones, well, it's not quite as slow as anymore, but Hooktail was slow previously.
Rubba was also slow, Magnus 1 was slow. Yeah.
I assume Gold Fuzzy would be kind of slow.
Gold Fuzzy is pretty fast.
Pretty fast? I know he's got some text.
I've gotten Gold Fuzzy before, and there's a very brief intro cutscene, you kill him, and then he goes away. One of the quickest 10 points, actually, in the game.
Oh, okay.
Even Blooper, you have to hit his tentacles to get him to fall down.
Right. I believe Gold Fuzzy's the only one I haven't fought, except Bone Tail.
Getting Bone Tail is, in a way, more impressive than getting 200 points. Just because of how just unthinkably rare it is to get Bone Tail. I wonder if we're gonna... see a Bonetail sighting in this race. That would be very interesting.
It would. Silverlight, I think he's fully set up, right? Or is he missing something? He's missing the boo sheets, isn't he?
I think he's looking for a shop still. He needs 5 more Mega Rush Ps.
Oh, I thought he bought it. Or all eight.
I think at this point he has the coins. And actually, because I actually did the math on this, like, do you know? I'm not sure if I want to toot my own horn by talking about this at any length, because I presume this audience is not familiar with concepts like Monte Carlo simulation. Oh, Silverlight getting Goro too. He can upgrade a partner.
Nice.
Putting that Shine Sprite to use, get 5 points. Want to upgrade Goombella. Indeed. Indeed, as you recommended actually earlier, that upgrading Goombella is more useful than upgrading Yoshi.
Maybe he's listening and took my advice.
Getting the train shop. I think he would have settled for any shop, even one of the lesser shops like in Twilight Town or in Far Outpost, or what's the other one? Petalburg.
Yeah,
right, that's the other decent one. So he probably would have settled for one of those, but he gets a good shop. So now I think he's just looking for Mega Rush Ps, and then he'll be off. And I think he should be able to find those Mega Rush Ps. There's Boo Sheets.
Yeah, it should be pretty quick.
Another thing. So it looks like Silver's going to cut somewhat into his boss time to finish setting up.
Yeah, but it won't be too bad. He'll only miss about a couple minutes. Aquana's got about 30 seconds till boss time. Let's see if we can pull a quick one. Does pick up a 2-mode key.
So I believe Aquana has all the items that he needs. I don't know that he has. He also has the levels because he did go to like way earlier in the run.
Yeah, I believe he's fully set up.
Yes. Aquana getting a Chapter 6 sequence, and oddly, a Chapter 6 sequence is still not that bad for finding bosses.
Ooh, and Aquana also gets to use his Shine Sprite. And he may hear a Crystal Star here. But no, he just wants to pick up the items.
I believe he hears a Crystal Star, otherwise he wouldn't be going all this on this whole detour.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right. It's right on there.
On boss time, no less.
That's true. Because he's full on coins, so yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Garnet Star, that...
Okay.
It would have been useful for grinding. Not that he needs it anymore, but it's 2 points.
Right. Looks like he just wants to go ahead and get all the items. Since he's in the middle of it.
I have to wonder if that was worth it, though. That was a lot of time invested for 2 points.
That's true. You never know, he could have picked up a Star Piece. Or another Shine Sprite since he's here.
I mean, it's so unlikely you should just, for the sake of decision making. Oh, Aquana has 2 Shine Sprites?
Oh!
He put 2 upgrades in.
Did not realize.
He's gonna get 10 points. Not 5.
Yeah,
well, actually, so because of the Shine Sprite luck, Aquana's gonna have a 1 boss lead.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Tribal, yeah, he should be going down the pipe here if he's as smart as we know he is. And he does.
Aquana has a 1 boss lead, but Silver has a better sequence. He has access to 3 more bosses than Aquana does.
Case in point, he just missed out on, excuse me, Dupless.
Both players are going to be hunting bosses. They're going to be leaving screens as soon as they enter them. Silverlight actually picking up this stray item. Boss time, you normally want to be... You just want to be hunting bosses because bosses are way more valuable than anything else in the game. Aquana getting Gloomtail.
Nice.
He's going to push his advantage a little bit further now.
Sylverlight picking up that straight at him.
Don't have return postage, and Gloomtail's dead. Don't have life shroom either. Yeah. Bosses can really troll you with items that they hold.
And Silver
It's something that might potentially... It could come into play in this run, because if the wrong boss is holding a Zap Tap or return postage or even a life shroom, it can really mess with you. It can really mess with things.
Yeah, it can
And
totally
make you have to take it down, even as powered up as these guys are. Silverlight getting smorged, by the way. Aquana has 41, but Gloomtail doesn't give his 10 points until after he spits out this treasure chest.
Aquana is gonna have a really good lead though.
I quite like Smorg's theme. How about you?
Yeah, it is quite nice. It's kind of techno-y. It's like a cross between techno and some sort of classical piece. The little ascending makes me think something out of classical.
Aquana getting a sequence reversal from Chapter 8 back to Chapter 2 with those, and getting super boots in the process.
Good for him. Ooh, Silver pulling a sort of a medium-low pick room, unfortunately.
With a Dark Koopa Troll, no less. That is... Well, at least he has Peril Koops to come in and clean up these fools. And he's not going to take a level up, so he doesn't lose Peril Koops just yet.
He saves himself a little time. And Aquana gets smorged.
Another pit room for Silver! What is... This is some bad luck for him. Did he just go from a pit room into another pit room?
He did indeed. That is some really... Ooh, and he gets first struck.
The only consolation for Silver is that he's getting a level.
Yeah.
And that now he can give Mario a little extra health.
Yeah, that didn't turn out too bad with the free level.
But it still wastes a lot of time, and it's not a boss. You'd much rather be getting experience off the bosses, for sure.
Can he get 3 in a row and get Bone Tail? Probably not.
Tail. Just a nothing room in Hooktail's castle.
You're right.
Both Aquana and Silver, by the way, coming prepared with items that can kill Smorg's miasmas. And in this turn, after Smorg's miasmas are destroyed, Smorg is completely vulnerable. He will just pass his next turn. Even if Aquana did nothing, Aquana's going to kill him, of course. Did not need to fully charge those bounces, by the way. Just 2 would have been enough.
Sylverlight picking up the super.
Really showing a grudge against Smorg, which I'm not sure I understand. Silver getting
phases through the block.
Aquana getting Magnus 1. Let's see how shortened these cutscenes actually are. Because after Magnus 1 goes down, normally there's a lengthy cutscene where all the X-Nauts run away from the Great Tree and one of them trips as per... Wait, you're the one who said that was like a Paper Mario tradition, right? That somebody trips?
Oh, I didn't say that, but I guess it's true.
Like, mainly like the Shy Guys in 64.
Aquana's picking up some bosses very fast here, which is gonna put him way ahead of the competition.
This is actually almost world record pace for Aquana. I believe in his actual 230 he had 80 points here. He also had this, like, he had 150 points at the 20-minute marker. I've never seen a point total that high that early.
Me neither.
Silver is getting the chest, the black chest, and the Pirate's Grotto.
Oh, see right there, he did just say not using items.
The cutscene was way shortened. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
That's Zephylus's update at work.
That's nice. I like that. Thank you, Zeph. That also worked out for Sylverlight because he was able to get Koops in the Pearl.
Yeah.
But he's 30 points behind. He's behind by a whole bone tail.
Aquana getting Dark Bones as well.
Oh my gosh.
Silver getting Gloomtail. But without a doubt, Dark Bones is the better boss because it also drops a key and gives you a ton of star points. And also, like, is a earlier Chapter 8 boss than Gloomtail. And Gloomtail still seems to have a lengthy cutscene after it goes down, unfortunately. That's one of the ones that Zeph's update did not fix. Sylverlight kills Gloomtail with exactly the right amount of bounces. 3, no more, no less.
Yeah, it looks like Aquana doesn't know about backing out of the second item.
Doesn't know about what?
Backing out of the second item. Because I noticed Sylverlight did it just a second ago. He used the point swap and then just said no to using the second item, so it still used up the 4 FP and the putting Koops in the barrel.
Now, Aquana is going to take this level, and then he's going to get another key, and now he has 87 points at the 30-minute marker. This is at least as good as his actual world record.
Sylverlight hearing a crystal star. But, oh yeah, he does have the super hammer. So that puts him into a cutscene. Is that gonna mean Jolene? No.
Sylverlight getting ready to fight Gold Fuzzy with that Moonstone. You need... It's very difficult to get Gold Fuzzy because you need 3 things. You need the Moonstone, you need the Sunstone, you need to get 4 things. You need Hay 10, and you need a low sequence. Aquana getting Gloomtail for the 2nd time.
Oh, wow.
Silver getting Gloomtail again. Gloomtail is just...
He really wants to
wanting to crash the party, but I don't think he knows what party he's stepping into. Looks like they're both also going to level off Gloomtail.
Most likely. Well, definitely, unless they just give up and die.
Another difference, by the way, between Aquana and Sylverlight that I just noticed, Aquana has max coins and Sylverlight has 6 coins. That in and of itself is a whole boss worth of difference.
Oh, that's true.
Sylverlight's going to want to get himself Goro 1 at some point, sell his badges and make up the difference. Goro 1's going to be a whole boss for Sylverlight. If he can get it.
Can we get a double Shadow Sirens next? That'd be pretty cool. Double bosses in order.
Yeah. Aquana getting Grotus! More
Ooh.
bosses for Aquana! Even more bosses. How many has he had so far? He's had 2 Gloomtails, he's had Magnus 1, he's had more than 3 bosses coming. I don't ever remember the bosses he had. He had Smorg. He had Dark Bones. 5 bosses. Dark Bones, Magnus 1. Over here is a Crystal Star, but that requires the 2 mode to get, so he's not going to be able to get that even if he wanted to. Silver finds Duel 5. It's a sequence lower to Chapter 5, but he doesn't take it. Was that a mistake on his part? Or is that a strategy?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what else you would, but what else would you save the Chapter 5 reversal for? And Silver missing out on a potential Smorg fight as a result of that.
Silver mate. I guess Silver just. The only reason I can think of is maybe he wanted to get a lower one first and not burn that one for like a bit later in the run.
I'm not
But
sure I
even then-
follow the logic.
Like, see, okay, yeah. So he got.
There's the Chapter 1 reversal.
Yeah, that's the only logic I can put to it. Otherwise, it might just be because it takes a little while. I guess it worked out for him in the end, though.
By the way, I should mention, Silverlight's run is not at all bad. He could quite easily reach 200 points with this run. It just looks like it's just Aquana's having such a god tier run that even though Silver is having a very okay run, he's still down big.
Ooh, and Silverlight getting Goro 1.
There's that boss. Well, sort of boss.
The points worth of boss.
Boss worth of points.
Right. I'm interested to see how Bowser and Cammy's cutscene got shortened.
Oh yeah.
Is it just gonna boot
I
him
don't
right
think
off?
they skipped anything from Bowser and Cammy showing up. Cammy better not target Yoshi. He super guards the clutch from Aquana.
Nice.
That would have killed Yoshi.
I usually just use a boost sheet there, but that works too.
You don't need boost sheets when you can super guard. Aquana showing just that.
Aquana says now this is the match he was hoping for. I wonder what comes next. And the level up.
Unfortunately for Silver, he doesn't seem to have a lot of high value badges, so he's getting to 999 very slowly. In fact, he won't get there because he has only he's gonna have 968. No, he's gonna have enough. He has more badges.
Okay.
This is a time consuming boss, quote unquote boss for Silverlight.
Aquana looked like he wants to fill up on some items of some kind.
Yeah, I wonder what Aquana is doing, like taking a pause here.
You think he needs some more burn items, perhaps?
Huh.
Well, he doesn't need.
He's
burn
passed
items.
over a lot of cheap burn items already, like Tasty Tonic.
Maybe he wants a couple more boost sheets then.
Maybe. Dynamite.
Okay. Just wanted attack items.
Dynamites are good for Smorg. They can also one-shot the Embers in the Black Chest room in, what is it, Dole 7. I'm going to sell his items to get himself back to max coins. Or he did not sell the jelly candy. He wants to hold on to that FP restoration.
Or maybe he just wants to spend a little more before.
Oh yes, yes, that's true.
Yeah, I think
You're
that's
right.
what he's doing.
Even though Silver, by the way, even though Silver has a pretty good sequence for finding bosses, Chapter 4, he's not finding any just yet.
Yeah, he's a little behind on the boss run.
And there's the sirens. This is what you do Paracoops for. And he just happens to have Paracoops on hand.
Nice. Save some time not setting up. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He's past the sequence, but could have been Bomb Pit or Gloom Jelly. As well as more this one.
Aquana with a clutch Chapter 1 lower.
Ooh.
He can resume his tear of fighting bosses. Pal Siren's going down in one hit to the mighty Paracoops, and it's not a level, so he keeps Paracoops. That worked out very well for Silverlight. Restoring FP presumably just in case you wants to power shell something again. 3 shine sprites for Aquana. And of course he's passing up the chest because that puts the sequence to chapter 5 and he's in chapter 1, so he doesn't want that.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
This is Dupless. Dupless 1, right? This is... I guess this is the... No, this is the better Dupless fight, because with Dupless 2, you lose your partner, and with Mega Rush P, that's a major detriment. Whereas this Dupless, at least... Well, this Dupless will get a turn, because even if you kill him, he'll, like, turn into you and attack you. You have your partner, that's a big difference. Looks like Aquana getting the good Dupless.
The bet it skews you. It's dueless. Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They didn't find the P yet. Quoting duelaces.
Aquana going to put Yoshi into Peril and give Duelist a turn. Attacks Mario and gets the easy super guard anyway. Sylverlight in the unenviable position of having a high sequence but not getting any of either the few bosses he can fight at this point or a sequence lower.
That's correct, brothers in the Creed. Yes, his name is. It says Dupless, you think I've never heard of him. Sylverlight just missing these bosses.
Aquana taking the chapter 4 to chapter 2 transition. I don't like that move because it doesn't unlock that many bosses. Toll 3 is always a boss, even if your sequence is post chapter 3. So skipping past chapter 3 doesn't add you any bosses from chapter 3. So going from his chapter 4, in which he could fight Dupless, not Duelist because you figure out his name. You can fight Dupless still, and he can. But now what? He gains Magnus 1, that's it, as a boss. And he gets Smorg anyway.
Yeah, in fact, it could have slowed him down a little bit because of what's his name, Macho Grubba being kind of slow. So he gave him the opportunity to get Macho Grubba instead of always getting Rock Hog.
Yeah. Sylverlight, the prologue flip. Here. That's clutch for him. It's an opportunity to go on a desperately needed tear of bosses.
This is why we love you, Gibstead. Free Crystal Star for Sylverlight. Bit of a hard time getting it, but it's alright. And it's the Ruby Star.
It's more going down on Aquana's screen for the second time. Wait. Aquana killed Smorg, but his sequence didn't get raised? How? What?
Ah. Oh, it's because the cutscene of them got skipped.
But it's the chapter 6 boss. Or did he not get the points from Smorg? He did.
He did.
He's at 139 now.
Zeph get,
How broken is what?
Zeph's getting the cutscene after the Smorg fight, so now. So that's a
It
sequence.
doesn't set the
Oh, not a
sequence for
sequence.
Smorg. That is OP
That's
as
good.
that is.
That's pretty useful.
I can't imagine that was intentional either.
I wonder if that's gonna stand.
Over like Gloomtail for the third time. Not good for him because he was in prologue and now he's back in chapter 8. Not the best for him, I should say. A boss is always better than no boss.
Yeah, Aquana would not have gotten Cortez if that weren't the case.
Yeah,
He did go straight from one boss to another.
yeah, that too. What we're like going to do Pero Goombella. Presumably he's going to keep Pero Yoshi because he gets a level up off of Gloomtail. Now with this, he'll lose Pero Goombella and not Pero Yoshi.
In fact, level.
I'm
the
gonna
Aquana-
use his
Yeah,
extra shine sprite. He's an upgrade. Somebody. Koops, I guess. Yeah, Koops. Why not? Right, Goombella. You pick Goombella.
all right.
Aquana can reload, by the way. Aquana doesn't seem to know this. Once your point total increases by 5, you can reload the room and your partner gets upgraded. And you skip this whole cutscene.
Well,
Yeah.
he's done it before. Maybe he's just showing off.
Why would Aquana show off when he's trying to break the world record?
Who knows?
I mean,
Oh, rip.
this has some slight chance at the world record Aquana's run. It's not as torrid as his actual world record was. Actually, his world record hit a bit of a dry point around here, so this is a chance for him to make up ground on this world record. Shadow Queen for Aquana. Was there shortened cutscenes on Shadow Queen? I don't believe that was a part of South Side.
Not this
Right.
time, but it was, the one previously, but not this time around.
Or something.
Sylverlight gonna pick up another crystal star. This time, the garnet.
Silver getting the Chapter 2 reversal, but he needed the upgraded boots, which he doesn't have. Man, Silver still doesn't have any boot upgrades.
With the boss luck Aquana's been getting, Shadow Queen's actually kind of a slow option this time. A lot of times it can be a saving grace, but
Well, I mean, Shadow Queen's like a 4 to 5 minute fight, and she gives 25 points.
oh,
So it's like, and what, do you really, like, if you fight 2 bosses in 5 minutes, you're doing okay, generally.
that's true. Silverlight getting a third pit room.
I guess like, Shadow Queen, you're right, is really not the best boss in the sense that while maybe her point output for the time that it takes to beat her is not so bad, the fact that your sequence,
Yeah, it's the sequence that hurts, but the points, it's not that bad for the time.
Aquana having, by the way, Mario has so much health at this point, he doesn't need to boost sheet. Well, if he can hit a super guard. Or, yeah, like that. Shadow Queen targets Bobbery. And Aquana upgraded Bobbery, did you notice that?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he wants to hope that Bobbery can potentially tank a lot of the Shadow Queen's attacks. That's the only reason that he upgraded Bobbery. Bobbery is the highest base health of partners, and he has the highest health after upgrade of upgraded partners.
Oh, and Silverlight getting Shadow Queen as well. He's a little behind, but that is a battle we got going on here.
Aquana not even needing boost sheets to get through the Shadow Queen's invincibility phase.
That is mastery when you have that.
That's having 25 HP
Mm-hmm.
and a healing item. He hit like 1 of 6 super guard, He got 2 of 6 super cards, I believe. Which admittedly is better than I would have probably done.
Live stream. We don't need no sticking live stream. Hopefully. Phase 3.
Setup that both of these guys are going. This is actually one of the advantages, one of the major advantages that Mega Rush P has over Danger Mario is that Mega Rush P has an easier Shadow Queen fight because Karo Yoshi just OHKOs Shadow Queen phase 3. Whereas Power Rush, the Danger Mario, actually needs to use a boost sheet or, you know, hit supers. Sylverlight having 25 HP, but he nonetheless uses a boost sheet on Mario. He has them, and who else is he going to use them on? So,
right.
hard to fault him for that. Shadow Queen is the main use of boost sheets in this run. If you really think about it.
Indeed. Pretty bougie the audience. It's too late though.
Aquana finishing up Shadow Queen on his end. Gonna shoot up to 182 points. And oh, he doesn't have the key. That would have been insane if he went from Shadow Queen straight to Prologue Flip.
Mm. Does he have, has he already used the staircase switch? I know Silver has.
He doesn't have the key for the chest, and he hasn't hit Tico 4 yet.
Okay, that's
so
right.
He's gonna take this one. Okay. Or he's not? He has the blue key, right? He doesn't have either key. Huh. I guess that was as surprising to Aquana as it was to me.
Yeah, you usually almost always at least pick up the red key.
Right. Now, Aquana, he's in range for a record. He has to have a really strong finish. And he has to get a sequence flip ASAP, but he might beat his 230. This is possible.
Yeah, well, he's got 10 minutes to do it. He only needs 50 points. That's very doable with the right luck.
Over finishing up Shadow Queen on his end, and it's a 42-point difference. Aquana already using MRI 17, that Chapter 2 flip. I believe that was the one where he flipped from Chapter 4 to Chapter 2, and I questioned it. That came back to bite him.
Yeah.
Aquana, he doesn't actually have that many options of sequence reversal, I don't think. He needs Tickle 4, he needs Dole 5. No.
He needs Tube Curse. Tube Curse will do it.
Oh yeah, the Hooktail Castle Black Chest, right.
Yeah, that too. Huh.
Oh, also flip his sequence, but there aren't that many options.
Man, if he had
It's almost like trying to find a boss.
Looks like he's gonna buy the lottery pick, but I don't know why.
It doesn't actually gain him a point because he has to spend 10 points for it.
Yeah, that's a pretty slow time use there.
This is wasting quite a bit of time for just 1 point.
Maybe here's a crystal. Well, no. Even then,
Oh,
he would just
yeah,
go
he hits a
for
crystal
his-
star. He doesn't max out his coins. Okay, here's a chapter 5 flip that he was looking for.
Huh.
Level 5.
Maybe he's just expecting to pick up a couple coins from somewhere. That's weird, but whatever. I would have not
Imagine
he's
chapter
been about
5
30
unlocks
30
a
seconds.
lot of bosses for Aquana,
Oh yeah.
and maybe we will see him resuming his tear.
Goes to the very next room.
Sylverlight stuck in sequence 405 Purgatory. How is he going to get out of it? I wonder.
Aquana didn't pick up yet another shine spread, did he? Nope.
Okay, there's a red key, so that's a potential chapter 2 reversal if he can get MRIL 3 again. Sylverlight pulling Rockhawk.
Aquana looks like he's gonna take the black chest for the boat curse.
The Black Chest is half a boss, and it's somewhat time consuming. It's a potential chapter 5 reversal, but I'm not sure how many reversals he needs at this point because he doesn't have that many boss battles left in him anyway.
I
This
would just
timer
use one
doesn't
possessed
have
dynamite
boss
seal.
battles.
But he may want to use it to get into peril quickly.
Oh, she's already in peril.
Oh. Huh. I wonder what he was trying to decide with it.
One crossing one maybe.
191.
And he's going to take time to get this key.
I guess he just wants to pick up every spare point he can.
Overlay feeding Rockhawk and then getting a level up, going to 153. But he is far behind Aquana's Torp pace.
Oh yeah.
This looks like it looks very likely that we'll have a game 3.
Very likely. I'd say pretty much certain.
Finally, the boots upgrade that Sylverlight's been looking for this whole time. Silver's going to try to find some bosses. But it might be a little too late for Silver. He does have, for what it's worth, an extra minute 45, which may mean that he has an extra boss in him compared to Aquana, but it takes a lot more than one boss to make up a gap of 38 points.
Aquana needs 4 bosses, or he could get a Shadow Queen and another boss. I think that would put him over, wouldn't it?
It is world record. Well, okay, if he fights Shadow Queen, that's going to take up most of the rest of his time. He'll have like 2 minutes left and still need 15 points and have a bloated sequence. I don't think the Shadow Queen would be that good a draw for him. He wants like Rockhawks and Atomic Boos and
Yeah.
Cortez is.
And Bone Tails.
I think Cortez is really quick with the update because the cutscene after him got cut.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good boss for Aquana to get. Of course, we already saw Smorg. Gonna get.
Well, when he gets KGB.
Silverlight has Atomic Boo and he has a Super Hammer, so he will be able to fight Atomic Boo. Silver's not even testing because he already knows he has Super Hammer. Aquana should be able to get 16 points from Grodus and Bowser. Grodus, Bowser, Kimmy. And then this fight gives a lot of star points, so it's probably going to level up also. So we're looking at like 218 points with 4 minutes left. This is legitimate world record territory for Aquana.
Yeah. Coda's with the last stand?
Ha! That last stand actually put in work for him. See that? 37, 36, 18.
Didn't save him, but
The second blow is already enough to kill him because Grotus is only 50 health. Oh, the stage hazard kills Yoshi on Sylverlight screen. Does he have a dried shroom? He does not. He has to go to Goobella.
Aquana would just have. Would he have enough time for? No, he wouldn't have enough time for Shadow Queen after this. I don't think.
Aquana doesn't have time for Shadow Queen anymore.
No.
Dark Bones for Sylverlight. But like, if any of you have ever had trouble triggering the Dark Bones spike, the key is to touch his back. Like, if you touch him from the front, then he'll just like push you away. But if you get him from behind, then you can actually initiate the fight. One of the Dry Bones is electrified, but I don't believe electricity affects Koops. So Silver should be fine. You just power shell all of them. Indeed. Snapchat does nothing to Koops. Silver is going to be getting 13 points, going to 178. And Aquana having 210, needing another 20 points in these last 4 minutes to break the world record. Why did I think he was... Why did I... I think I did some math wrong because I said he was going to have 218. He has 210.
Yeah, you know, blood something.
Rockhawk for Aquana!
Nice!
There's a real shot at the record for Aquana. Rockhawk will go down very quickly, and then he only needs one more boss.
One more boss after this would tie it up.
One more boss plus a level up would break it.
Just a key item. You could pick up a key item right after this and then get another boss.
Aquana's completely over. Like, Silverlight is actually having a very reasonable performance. 178 with 5 minutes to go is nothing to sneeze at. But
no, not at all.
It's just overshadowed by Aquana's incredible run.
I wish that pre-Rockhawk cutscene was a little shorter, but I don't think that's possible. So we're like getting the sequence slower, a little bit slow, but that's what he needs.
Aquana doesn't seem to know about the he doesn't know about the point swap trick, and it's using precious time.
I'm gonna tell him about that after he's done.
Yeah. He'll be done first, so there is definitely time. On 2 minutes left on his timer later. So we're like sacrificing a point to MRIL3 to return his sequence to Chapter 2, and right back to Palace Sirens.
If he got Dark, Aquana needs Dark Bones. That would be the free level up he needs.
Yeah, he needs to reverse the sequence and get Dark Bones.
Oh, that's right, exactly.
To be told, I think the chances of Aquana actually reversing a sequence and fighting and beating a boss in this time are pretty slim.
Yeah, he's...
So it doesn't... Looks like Aquana's record will be safe for at least this game. We don't know about next game.
Man, if he got Bone Tail, that'd be 250. Not gonna happen, but... It would be lovely to see.
Yeah. I might clip the audio with my reaction to a Bone Tail at this point.
He's gonna pick up that key item. Oh, if he pulls Atomic Bow or another Rockhawk, that's record.
He's so close. He needs one last lucky break. 222.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
He might beat Silverlight's PV though. That's within reach. Silverlight's PV is 223.
I think he's just run out of time for any boss, so...
Unfortunately, that might be the case. And
Yeah.
Aquana has max coins, so he doesn't have that trick either. No shine sprites.
Yeah, but looks like it's getting end on 222 or 3. He doesn't have full coins. He needs 3.
Oh, if he can find a shop, he can round himself up at 223. Black chest. Okay, this is gonna be 5 points. Plus, he can sell things at the shop, so he's gonna have 228 actually.
That's good. Oh,
That's very good. I had the record at 226, and he's gonna beat it like twice.
I ended on the toilet.
Nice. you could have sold a few items there. You could have sold one item and got your coins all over the max.
Oh,
But-
I wasn't at 999?
You were at 996.
Rip.
Yeah, you made my mistake.
Wow.
Excellent run.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
That would have been world record if it wasn't for the fact that you already got world record.
Hey, quick tip. You do not have to use 2 items for double dip.
Oh, you
You
don't?
just double dip, point swap, and then not use something.
You can just press B and then press A, and well, you press B after using your first item, it'll say don't use an item, and it'll have a yes or no, and you just press A first, yes.
Really?
Yeah, Sylverlight's been doing that pretty much the whole time, except when you needed the second item.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you had to consume an item for it to work.
No, you could just use your point swap and then back out. Which I don't think that would have changed much for this run, but just so you know.
Is Silver done?
He's
Almost.
got a minute left on stream.
Yeah, it looks like you got game 2. There will be a game 3.
Yes! This is what I was hoping for. One last climactic clash.
Right, and now we do any percent.
Will someone break the world record in game 3? Maybe both of you will. We're getting to 190 with the level up, and he's probably going to end up 190.
That's still a very respectable score from Silver, though. And Silver's here.
Howdy. How'd it go?
227.
Oh, geez. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank
A
you.
lot of the bosses I got were actually not even a part of the new list. So,
Yeah, also I noticed Aquana got Smorg,
Mhm.
beat Smorg, but Smorg
Yeah.
didn't upgrade his sequence, so then he went into Cortez right after that.
same. I noticed
Yeah.
my sequence was still at 188.
Yeah.
Was that a bug of Zeph's update?
It's probably a
good
bug.
bug.
It was
Um,
probably because the sequence doesn't actually update till the
And I'm
room,
not
like,
gonna
finished.
update until after this round is over.
He's already put out an update.
I don't care.
Well, if he's not updating, I guess I'm not updating.
We already started with
Smorg
this.
is the best boss in the game.
We already started with this. We might as well finish it because it would take forever to just go back and update.
What do you
You
mean?
both-
Stop providing
I mean,
an
it
unfair.
wouldn't. Okay, no, it wouldn't take forever, but like both of us would have to turn off our. Well, you use Dolphin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd
So
be
you
able to.
update.
You could update. It wouldn't take you long.
No,
but it
I'm
would-
not updating.
All right, then screw it.
You're both
All right.
disqualified. Bye. No.
Peace.
No, I'm
Back
joking.
to Maple Story 2.
WR invalidated. Yeah, guess what? My world record was still 230 on the old version that wasn't the new release. So
You both got some very nice ending screens there. One with the toilet and one with a nice banner.
I I ended on a toilet.
I ended not even on the screen.
Guess what? You're
As
Elvis.
soon as
You're Elvis now.
As soon as I saw TOU 8, I'm like, please come out of the toilet. Please come out of the toilet. Please come out of the toilet. I was actually, if I had enough time, I was gonna end it with Mario going down the toilet.
Alrighty. Well, I'm.
Are you really? Are you really? I guess you're disappointed that this didn't actually break your record.
Not really.
Is that why? Or just like putting it down the toilet is a nice little gag.
Yeah, no, I just wanted the gag.
What, you're
As
Elvis.
soon as
You're
I,
Elvis now.
as soon as I
Alright,
saw
so, you wanna
TOU
hop
8,
out?
I'm
We're
like,
going to
please
game 3?
come out of the toilet. Please come out of the toilet. Please come out of the
That's it.
toilet. I was actually
One
if I had
last
enough time, I was
stand
gonna
against
end
each
it,
other.
with Mario going down the toilet.
Who will win? Only time will tell.
Echo. Yeah, I
Are
don't
you
know why
really?
it's getting echo.
Are you really? I guess you're disappointed that this didn't actually break your record.
Are you hearing? I'm
Not
hearing the
really.
audio through the restream.
One of us is gonna have to update the win total. Give Aquana a win.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Wait, no. Wait, I'm sorry, I messed that up.
Yeah, it looks like you gave Aquana 2.
What's going on here? Something's not working right. Plus one. Okay, next racing series. Sorry, I did that wrong. Alright, that should be correct. Sorry
Oh,
about
now Silver needs 1.
that. Just
yeah,
give it
okay.
a second. I fixed it.
That's good. Now Aquana's gonna bring up his starting screen and then be ready for climactic game 3.
Don't worry, I fixed it. Everybody wins. Or he, oh, well, okay, he's doing the countdown.
30 has never felt so inevitable. Well, I guess.
They're off. Some not so exciting items from both runners.
Yes, this is the calm before the storm, very much. Both players.
Sylverlight picking up that clutch gradual serve. Yeah.
Actually, Silver got a whack-a-bump. That's nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Leave whack-a-bumps. Where do whack-a-bumps have their maximum value?
On the train for 100.
Okay.
I believe that's a live stream in Aquana's background. No, it's not.
For some reason, Silver like got into an unnecessary encounter with a spiky Goomba there. But it's just one enemy, so
You're gonna see really one of those 3 star bugs.
Aquana going for duel 4. Huh. I recall him saying, like telling me in his world record stream that he doesn't do this room.
Maybe just he's feeling a bit wish-washy today.
Oh, he wants the items. But he messed it up.
Ooh.
Over getting the Ultra Boots this time.
Nice.
Last game he got into some trouble because he needed some sequence reversals that centered around having access to spin jump, but he didn't have it. Now he does have spin jump. So those those Chapter 2 reversals. He's ready for them when the time comes. And also with the Ultra Boots, of course, you can get the Ultra Hammer. Trial Stew! Aquana pulls the Trial Stew out of the bush. That is Silver just stumbling into a Jelly Ultra. Aquana taking the Super Boots. That is very unexpected. That's a sequence reversal. I mean, I guess the Super Boots actually unlocks two. It unlocks one other sequence reversal in Chapter 2. So I guess in a way it cancels out, and then your boots do more damage. Like, yeah, you lose one Chapter 2 transport, you gain another one, you get a point, and your jump is a little bit stronger.
Well, I get a free shooting star.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm still not so sure about that decision by Aquana. You really, really want every early game revert that you can get. You can see how like both runners, like Aquana, did he just not take that key? Did he really just do that?
Now, if your sequence gets raised, you can't get that key again.
In Hooktail's Castle,
Yeah,
Go 07.
Yeah, if you don't get that key, you can't get it a second time. If your sequence gets raised above that.
But I'm talking about the one that puts your sequence back to Chapter 1.
I know, that's what I'm talking about. Because you get the sequence lower there, and then if your sequence gets raised above it, the key isn't gone automatically unless your sequence is below it again. So there's no point to never pick up that key. Unless he just really wants that 10 seconds.
Oh, nice haul! Power plus P, which sells for 200 at the Bad Shop, and Jelly Ultra on the first go round.
That's pretty sweet.
Silver is really not going the long way in dealing with these embers in Duel 7.
Yeah.
The fact that he's even fighting them at all in this state is already surprising to me.
Why? I'm wondering why he didn't use Did he use Flurry?
He's got full FP, so he didn't.
And he's not even super guarding either. Or not trying to, at least.
I guess he's trying to super guard and just not hitting them.
Oh, that may be the case.
No reason not to try to super guard. I'm just finding a boost sheet.
That's pretty good.
I guess now Aquana's also selling the little items because he's getting to a multiple of 20. Otherwise, you normally want to store your low value items rather than sell them. But I guess he really wants to get to the next multiple of 20.
I suppose so.
170. Because the boost sheets are exactly 20. I have a feel like this is wasting more time. What am I doing questioning this guy's decisions? He's probably going to actually get 230 in this run.
Good.
Sylverlight making use of that of the Twilight Town extra higher rate on Jelly Ultras, selling them for 200 instead of their usual 150.
Nice.
New stars right there. Going back into the vault and Electro Pop, Spicy Pasta, that Dizzy Dial he's obviously going to ignore.
Only gets a big kill.
Even though Silver has a lot of coins, he still doesn't quite have all that he needs because Double Dip is 100, and the Mega Rush Ps, the 8 of them, are 400. he has only just enough for those, and then he wants some left over for point swaps, booze, sheets. I think that's it.
Sylverlight is going to be picking up the gray key, the black key.
I think Silver lost 14. That's the flurry room, and he just turned it down. I'm all for like abandoning items on the just like abandoning items that are out of the way, but abandoning a key that's a little out of the way is a little bit more radical.
Yeah.
Aquana making use of floor panels as well, showing off his knowledge of the game. That floor panel in front of the Pianta parlor. I thought I knew all the floor panels in this game, but I actually forgot about that one. Over like dancing around that dry bones in the palace to go get those items out of the blocks.
We got a shine sprite. Well,
huh?
We got a shine sprite from a shine sprite block.
Oh, nice! I actually have never done that before.
I believe I've done it once.
Or maybe I just don't remember having done it.
Yeah, if you mash through it, you might not even notice. Still holding on to that Jelly Ultra.
Well, he doesn't have the shop yet. And Rogueport West is like as bad as the Glitzville shop. It's an awful, awful, awful shop for reloading.
That's true.
Like with the Glitzville shop, you don't spawn close to the shop. There's no way to. So we're like just grabbing his dynamite out of the chest. Very nice that he's not getting a useless item. Pouring the block. I guess he's got enough coins for his purposes. Now he's just hunting for a shop or for a place to grind. Ready to do either one, depending on what he finds first. Jelly candy out of the random shine sprite block. Very nice.
Nice.
Now, is Sylverlight going to take this key? It jacks his sequence to Chapter 7, but that's not the biggest deal. He's not. He does not want the key.
Hey, you know what, man? I apologize. I think I'm gonna hop off because I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'll stay and watch, but I'm kind of running out of commentary juice. If that's okay with you.
I mean, if you feel like you have to leave, then
I'm tired. To say.
Sylverlight with an unusual sequence value of 320. Oh, wait, Silver. Wait, 320 is the Akio 5 key. Never mind. That's not that unusual. Oh, wait, didn't he get the Ultra Boots a while ago? How is it still 320? The sequence hasn't changed in that time. Aquana's reloading a Dormon for this item behind the plant. Waiting for it to be something good. And presumably he will pick up the Super Hammer so that he can proceed to fight for Atomic Booze like he did in his world record. Getting MRI 07. This is the #1 shop in the game because you just spawn right in the middle of the shop. It's the only shop that does that. Those stuff. He's got 650 coins. Nice. He's checking the list. He's checking the sell list. Okay, he's gonna get a free Mega Rush P, but he's waiting for an item he can sell for a lot of money, I guess. Point swap and booze sheet on one screen. Very nice for Sylverlight. That, well, it speeds up the... Actually, with this trick of double dip and just point swap, he doesn't really need anything to pair with point swap. So really, he can just get rid of all this other stuff he doesn't need, like uptake, gradual syrup, or he's gonna store them. He sold items only to get up to a multiple of 50. I think. I'm not sure how relevant getting up to a multiple of 50 is when you're buying things at plus 5 and 20 coins. This Jelly Ultra, and he's gonna presumably grind into 02 for a little while. Does he have star moves? Does he have special moves? He does not have a single special move whatsoever. He does have shooting stars. He has 2 shooting stars and Flurry's Gale Force. Wow. The pretty lucky. He's gonna use Gale Force. He's gonna waste his FP. A very unfortunate break for Aquana. And maybe he should have. He could have considered going to Bobbery instead and dragging out the fight somewhat, but at least he conserves his FP. Honey Ultra dropping off of the enemy and Aquana fucking snatching it out of the air like a boss. That is not as easy to do as Aquana just made it look. It is very possible to just miss that item into the water. You gotta have good reflexes. Aquana showing he can react to that item wherever it falls because you don't know what direction it's coming out. Aquana using his trade-off, instead of getting 52, he gets 64 star points. Maybe not the... Okay, so the difference that it makes is what? At the next level, these guys are going to give you 48 each. Like this battle is going to give you 48 star points. You take 48 star points twice, and you get up to 10. And then what is that? Okay, so he's going to use these trade-offs, and then he's going to take 3 levels. I don't know. Aquana's going to work this out somehow. The way to get the 3 levels that he needs. Mega Rush P is in the shop for Sylverlight. I guess I must have missed him buying them. He's gonna go for Thunderbolt because Spazzo's still getting set up, and he's getting prepared to join the commentary. Okay, Sylverlight finding Bomo 4, so that is going to pretty much take care of his grinding needs. He has 4 minutes until bosses, so
Spazzo
looks like
here.
Silver should be in pretty good shape for bosses, going into the bosses anyway.
Hey, No Punch Man, how you doing?
Hey, Spazzo. Really, I guess we're just trying to kill time until like the real run begins. Because honestly, this is just the calm before the storm.
So we're in stage 2. We're in the level up and get everything you need phase.
Yeah, they're doing it in reverse orders. Aquana got his levels, and now he's going to get what he needs. Sylverlight has what he needs, and he's now getting the levels.
It always seems to be that way. They each take their own different route towards success.
It depends on what speed you get, mostly. Like, Aquana got Bolo too early. It's a screen you can grind on even without DP or any of your setup. Oh, Mega Rush P is right there for Aquana. We'll be looking at another mirror match in Q3.
Silverlight going for the
Silverlight's strategy has really become dominant because double tip is really just a supremely convenient way to get down to 1 FP.
Mm-hmm. So he's definitely going for the Mega Rush route, and it appears that Aquana is as well. So they are both going for the Mega Rush P route.
Yeah, it's really become the meta, it seems.
Well, there's a lot of different methods. I've seen a lot of users go swear by like using Quake Hammer, swear by power rushes. You guys, everyone does a different methodology. But this one is starting to become prominent because it is very quick to use double dip to give yourself that 1 FP, as you mentioned earlier.
And also, it's the fact that this easy Mega Rush P setup exists. There isn't quite a similarly easy setup for Danger Mario. Well, okay, that's not true. You can use point swaps and keep yourself at 5 FP, but here's the big difference between Mega Rush P and Danger Mario. Danger Mario relies on power bounce, which costs 3 FP, whereas Mega Rush P uses Yoshi's Ground Pound, which costs 0 FP. Therefore, the Mega Rush P strategy can keep its FP low.
It's very interesting to see what Silverlight is doing here. He's getting exactly 1 FP from his Sapphire Star. That is a new one.
That is Power Shell. Making sure not to heal Koops.
And someone in the chat mentioned that Aquana sounded.
Roll.
Hello. Okay, we are back. So
Hello,
sorry.
you're finally back. Did you have technical issues?
These things happen, but we are back. And yes, we have a Shadow Queen fight. We have
Aquana making a huge blunder. Did you see that? Aquana made a major blunder.
Ooh, yes. He only put Yoshi into danger, not peril.
He used double dip, but then he used an FP restoring item.
Hope you didn't miss us too much, chat.
But fortunately, it seems like he was able to survive the Shadow Queen's turn. And now, so he won't be punished too badly for that mishap. He just wasted a point swap, really.
It looks like the Shadow Queen should be toast very soon. So Aquana is in shape to get 25 big ones.
Did he kill the Shadow Queen? What?
He
The
appears to
hand's
be in
going
good
for
shape.
Mario. Shadow Queen buffing. Okay, Aquana. After some adventures, the Shadow Queen is done. Finally.
Watch out, everyone. Bowser has a tasty tonic. He's ultra dangerous now.
Ultra danger. Is that a meme?
I have no idea. I think I just made it one.
So we're like doing a
Aquana
slide.
beating the Shadow Queen. Congratulations, but now he's in post-game. Now, Sylverlight sequence is no better, but...
Oh, Aquana only has 6 Mega Rush P.
It doesn't seem to be a problem for Aquana, considering he just beat the second hardest boss in the game.
Oh, he beat the only boss that doesn't get one-shotted by Yoshi's ground pound, so yeah. And that blue key puts him back in Chapter 2.
And there we go,
So
okay.
we're like making use of a similar
Both
Chapter
players have gone into Chapter 2, in fact. But Aquana jumps right to Madness 2.0!
2. Silver back to Grotus.
Oh my goodness! boss after boss with these two. And I will note that they are running on an updated version of the randomizer since earlier runs in the tournament, which the key takeaway from these updates is that a lot of the cutscenes have been shortened. So there is a possibility, a remote one, but a possibility that these runners could get world record scoring runs, as you witness right now.
You know about the smorg bug?
The smorg
That's
bug being
no,
that smorg didn't change sequence when you beat him.
Yes.
Yes, I believe that was fixed, wasn't it?
Oh. That was fixed?
I believe
Devil say
so.
something about
Yes,
fixing it in the chat?
I peeked at the release notes for this update quickly before I joined. So say goodbye to the Crump, everyone.
But in game 1, Aquana fought Smorg, and then after beating Smorg, his sequence stayed in like chapter 4, and so then after beating Smorg, he fought Cortez.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's broken. But we've been over this already. We want to focus on now. So far, this Grotus cutscene has not been changed. I actually wasn't paying attention.
Either that
to
or Sylverlight is not on the latest update. I'm
Should
not
be on the
certain
latest
how
update.
much the cutscenes have been shortened. But I know bosses like Hooktail that are basically worthless to fight because of the time they take.
They
Their
both
cutscenes
benefited
are
from the
shortened.
Smorg bug. They both have the update.
All right, everyone in chat, be sure if you want to know more information about the randomizer, you just type !TTYD in chat. You learn more information. If you want to follow the runners, !R to learn their Twitch channels. And if you want to follow us idiots, you can just do !C.
If Bowser uses that spite pouch, Silver might regret not going for Bowser first.
That's actually an interesting point because they got lucky. Bowser, instant perfect
Vivian.
peril for Vivian, but
Peril
doesn't seem to be what he
Vivian.
wants. He wants to save Peril Vivian.
He's in a... No, Fiery Jinx isn't an option, but
Oh man,
I know, he
Aquana
wants
going
to-
for Shadow Sirens 2. This is just boss rush right now with both of these guys finding lots and lots of bosses. Aquana in his first run infamously did not have a good time consistently beating bosses nor finding them. So this is good news for both players right
in
now.
his first run? You mean in game 1?
In game 1.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't even know what Aquana's score was. It's like
He
205
forfeited the
to
match.
Okay. Yeah, Aquana had a much, much better game, too. He scored 227 points. Which is only not the world record because he scored 230 earlier in the day. Aquana's on a roll today.
Sylverlight shouldn't be discounted, though. He is a force to be reckoned with. He is also a past world record holder.
Himself scored 192 in game 1. He did not have a bad game 1. This is Aquana was better. And by the way, Silver on an absolutely torrid pace. 86 points at the 30-minute mark.
That is a ridiculous pace.
Aquana no slouch himself has 73. Without a doubt, Silver has a small lead.
But his sequence is in a poor spot. Now, Aquana's isn't much better, but he does have just a slight advantage.
One extra boss.
Yeah,
He has
one extra boss. Which, knowing his luck, he might just run into. But right now, they both seem to be stuck in Creepy Steeple. Oh, Aquana gets a Dormon, but it seems like he's already used it. Doesn't need anything from there. Both players looking for rooms to lower their sequence number.
Not having
Aquana getting a nice key item. Silverlight missing the Cortez fight. Ooh, that stings. Nothing worse. There's no worse feeling than running into a boss room and you just can't do anything about it.
I got numb to it a long time ago.
Silverlight, though, gets the curse.
Prologue flip.
So not only does that lower his sequence, he gets the plane curse, which is worth a good amount of points. Although he did just miss the room with the
He has the Ultra Boots, and he's gonna save that Super Boot reversal. Sirens, the forest sirens. You don't see these guys every day.
Except today, where you see them all the time.
This is the first time I've seen them today.
Oh, we've seen Shadow Sirens too. Excuse me.
Yeah, we've seen the Palace Sirens. We haven't seen the Forest Sirens.
This battle should end rather quickly. And it earns them a key item. So right now it's 93 to 77 in favor of Silverlight, but both players are on wonderful pace. This game could still go in any direction.
Aquana getting the next boss in the sequence.
Of course he is. Just has to get the exact boss he needed. That'll be a nice boost in score for him.
He's taking the chest. He's taking the black chest.
Silverlight now
if
has
he didn't
two
take that chest,
curses.
he would have the potential Chapter 1 reversal.
And he's going to get a crystal star because he took the chest. And it's the Garnet
let me
Star
check.
of all stars.
There's a downside for Silver. He lost that potential Chapter 1 reversal. And also the fact that he's used the Tickle 4 and the chest means he has no more prologue flips. Now he has no more Chapter 1 flips. He has a couple Chapter 2 flips, I guess. Silver is actually running short on ways to get back into the first half of the game. Now that he's in Chapter 6, he might well just settle for pulling more late game bosses. We see a lot of them.
Or a lot of
in this run.
leveling, perhaps. If he really runs out of options.
Dark Bones.
Oh, Dark Bones! This is one of my favorite bosses to fight, as he's dead easy, he's dead quick, and he's probably an instant level no matter where you are. But at minimum, you're gonna get like 73 star points or some inane amount. Aquana electing to defeat Bowser first this time around. Looks like it's doing them some good, because Yoshi will most definitely take him out.
Game 2, Aquana killed Bowser first, and then he did not boost cheat Yoshi. Cammy targeted Yoshi, but he super guarded the blast. He's not risking that this time.
Both players leveling up simultaneously. They don't need anything else, so they're just going straight for some HP.
$125 to 96.
I was thinking this is a close game because Aquana. Oh, I thought he had that key, but no, unfortunately he does not. He cannot go back to prologue just yet. Oh, and he gets the room again. What a tease.
Good luck. Tickle 4 has really been avoiding him.
Oh, but he does get the Ultra Boots.
That'll do. Chapter 6 is a pretty good reversal.
It's a good spot to be in because he gets more bosses, and it's a good spot to be in because that adds more attack power to Mario. Not that Mario's going to be attacking ever.
Hey, Ultra Hammer. We get Atomic Boost. Does he already have a Super Hammer? I honestly don't know.
He did go to a Doraemon, and he deliberately did not go into any rooms. So he may have it from previous.
It didn't lower his sequence, that's right, so he already has the hammer. And now he's going to get the Ultra Hammer in Goro 1.
Oh, lucky spawn! And he's also gonna probably sell some badges to go for 999 coins.
This is like getting a boss.
This room is the final boss. It's worth so much. Does anyone want to buy 3 gold bars for 600 coins? Oh man, that's funny. Sylverlight finding Shadow Sirens times 2. Poor Gus, unfortunately, he just couldn't care less. He'd rather stick his head in the hole in the ground. So that's exactly what Gus is doing. Guys, please press F to pay your respects to Gus.
Back to Gloom 2. So many Chapter 8 bosses.
Aquana finding Gloomtail. Man. But both players are easily in a position to squish any boss that comes their way. Provided they don't have Zap Tap or return postage.
Or Life Room.
Thank you, chat. Your Fs are appreciated. Down goes Gloomy. And upside down remains Gus. Sylverlight getting the Magnus 2.0 room, but unfortunately unable to capitalize as the sequence is too high.
Aquana's world record, he had 150 at the 20-minute mark, and Silver might match that.
Thank goodness, Gus has restored himself to his former glory.
Aquana off to a great run himself. 120 points at the 20-minute marker is also a lot of points.
120 points total is a great run, but 120 points at the 20-minute mark.
For these guys at this level,
pace.
for guys at this level, anything below 150 is absolutely horrendous. For these guys.
Silverlight avoiding the.
I think they expect that, like, if they get bad boss RNG, they get 170.
That's about fair. That's how I felt. So yeah, I'd agree with you.
They could both reach 200. This is. I would
And that's
dare
saying a
say
lot.
it's likely that they're both going to reach 200. Aquana would have to get unlucky to not reach 200. Say nothing of Silver and what his potential is.
There is a lot of reloading going on now. Oh man, it's hard to keep track. Silverlight finally deciding to use the super boots to lower his sequence. Finds himself reloaded in the same room. Finds the Emerald Star.
It's a crystal star, and that's about it.
Yeah. A little bit of overexcitement on my part, but do my best to keep things interesting.
Prologue clip.
Aquana lowering a sequence to the prologue.
Nice little Cortez for Silver. Finally get back on the boss track.
Cortez holding an amazing FP plus there. Oh man, what a treasure.
Am I a little bit behind because you commented on Cortez holding FP plus before I saw what Cortez was actually holding?
It was not what he was holding per se, it was what the Crystal Star was replaced as.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
That-
I don't even think you can tell what Cortez is holding, and he won't show it unless it's an item that enemies can use, or it's a badge like Return Postage where you'll feel it.
Carol Vivian putting in work.
All
Remember
it's gonna
Carol
take is
Vivian?
one little fiery jinx. Doink!
Take this technically.
Oh yes, thank you. Sorry. Aquana keeps on running into Shea Rippo. But he doesn't have the strategy for it. He's not in a Power Rush mode, he's in a Mega Rush P mode. And the Sylverlight gets the lottery ticket, that's another point.
Not sure about getting a lottery ticket at this point. It's a bit out of the way, and you want to be finding bosses. And all the bosses, nothing but bosses, boss.
I think he was banking on there being a nice item for not winning the lottery. But that's just speculation. Sylverlight finding Gloomtail. Everyone in the chapter 8, man.
Had a lot of Gloomtails in the last run too.
Meanwhile, Aquana just getting a few more ZSDs. Zest Dynamites, rather, I should say. I shouldn't just use short form. Aquana opening the chest, finally. Now has the Plane Curse and a super low sequence. But he's probably going to get a chapter 8 boss, so what does it matter? The beautiful thing about the randomizer wig 999 is that you can find the same boss over and over as Aquana finds Magnus 2.0. Here's the rules. You just type in !TTYD in the chat and you learn everything there is to know. If you want to follow the runners, is !R.
Aquana from Prologue straight to Magnus 2, by the way. Rip the benefit of Prologue clip.
And here's the link to follow.
Shadow Queen for Silverlight.
Sylverlight finding the Shadow Queen. Oh man. He has plenty of time to get 25 more points.
Honestly, I'm getting sick of these chapter 8 bosses. I don't know about you.
Well, it does seem to be what the randomizer focuses on. You just run into chapter 8 all the time. There's also an inordinate amount of bosses in chapter 8 if you think about it.
There are 5 bosses in chapter 8, that is true.
I would not account Aquana out of this match just yet. He has a lot of points that he can easily make up. And Silverlight's going to be occupied for about 4.5 minutes, considering he's going to go... Oh! The Shadow Queen holding a life shroom!
Shadow Queen loses her held item in the last phase. It's fine.
Yeah. I just find that too amusing. And it works!
Wow.
Oh, man.
You should have only jumped twice because that actually wasted a little bit of time. But still, I guess we just had to see it.
That was a beautiful animation we just saw there.
Shadow Queen brought back.
I have to say, I've never seen the Shadow Queen do that.
Bushi, and then Wake Me Up when Shadow Queen's back in her phase 2. What's Aquana doing?
Aquana is room hunting.
He's hunting.
He's trying to use a time where Sylverlight is stuck on the Shadow Queen to capitalize on it, but he's not having any luck. No worries about Peril Yoshi. Well, yes, we actually rip Peril Yoshi for now, but point swaps are abundant with Sylverlight, so we should be able to reclaim that Peril Yoshi strategy very soon. He just has to do these cuts.
There's the strat that double dip, point swap, and then you costed FP for a double dip, so you use that to put Yoshi into peril. But then you don't have to use a second item. I didn't know that worked until Silver was doing it constantly in Game 2. Even though Aquana did not know about that strat, he still
won. Aquana spawns in the pit. And a light level pit room is that. So thankfully it won't take too much time, hopefully. Oh, it might.
Good excuse to set up Peril Coops. Right?
It's honestly, pit rooms are a time waster unless they're high level enough to give you a level up.
Still isn't using that trick. I thought that the Frog Frog was supposed to tell him about that trick after Game 2. But Aquana's still not using it. He did not have to use that Shroom Broth. He didn't even have to carry that Shroom Broth at all. Got that FP. So you can have FP for another Power Shell? No? Okay. He might regret that if he gets Palace Sirens again.
Sylverlight going in for the first hit of 2 against Shadow Queen.
No, that's a one-shot.
Aquana... Oh, yeah, it is a one-shot. Yes, Oh, man. It's still tough to get used to seeing 40 damage taken on one turn.
It's a power of 8 Mega Rush Ps. 190. He's doing LAS 13. That costs 20 seconds. Just for 1 point. By the way, 20 seconds for 1 point is a 180 point an hour pace, which for these guys is not that good.
Yeah, as was mentioned in the chat, I don't think the Shadow Queen would have been a one hit because of that life stream technically. How is Yoshi's power that high? That's part of the randomizer, but really it's more part of Silverlight's strategy and Aquana's. They're using point swap to put Yoshi in the peril, and they have Mega Rush Ps applied, which give 5 damage if you only have 1 HP.
And they both equip 8. Actually, I think Aquana has 6 Mega Rush Ps. No, he has 8 now.
Both have 8 the magic number.
It's like the main reason to have 8. First of all, 8 is enough that Yoshi will one-shot the Shadow Queen, and also that Koops will one-shot the Palace Sirens. Those are the 2 main reasons to have 8.
Silverlight finding Atomic Boo, one of the rare bosses that where sequence is irrelevant. So even though he is in the post game, he can still fight. That's 10 more points to him. He's going to be at 201.
Aquana's 200 points before that 10-minute mark? What? How is that possible? Even Aquana wasn't at this in his 230 run. I think he had 180 at the 10-minute mark. And he just had a really torrid finish where he killed the Shadow Queen, then he got Rock Hawk and Atomic Boo at 405 sequence. And then he took a couple levels on them.
Aquana looks like he's going after the Tube Curse.
It's a good time to be taking it because time's running out.
And he found some fairly good items in there too. Oh, and there's a Sylverlight gets points with a level up as well. He is on a roll.
203. Honestly, my
beatless.
mind's getting a little bit numb seeing all these insanely high scores running because even earlier today, did you know, by the way, I held the world record for 3 hours? I got 226. I broke Silverlight's record.
No, I did not.
I broke my record 3 hours later with 230.
Aquana landing in the Shadow Queen room. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Shadow Queen's actually bad for Aquana at this point because like he's going to be down to 5 minutes. He's down 175 points.
Yeah, timing is not on his side. I held world record for 8 hours and was promptly taken by Aquana. This was a number of weeks ago. So yes, No Punchman, I feel for you because I have been in your position. I have lost that coveted title.
Honestly, I'm not that upset. If anything, it's like the world record should be in the hands of like as someone that actually has a video of it. I only have a screenshot of my 226.
I had a video of the end of my run. I was not recording during.
Yeah, my mind's getting a little bit numb of seeing all these high scores running because like I got 226 myself. Aquana got 230 in stream, and I watched that almost.
Zephyrus gets the world record for mod making. That is his record.
Oh yeah. Actually, if we're to be serious, it's like in a way we might say Fat Guy still has the world record. Like his 208 from a much older version of this mod. That
I do find that very fascinating. Yes, considering how much wasn't available at the time, how many bosses you couldn't access, and how many access rooms there were.
The Town Curse for Silver. Even more points.
Aquana, unfortunately, it seems like he's running low on time. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to recover the points he needs. But Sylverlight, he is on a roll.
Wait,
he finds a couple more bosses. Ooh.
He died.
Ooh. Oh.
Silver wins the match. The only question now is, will Silver get the record?
Yikes. It's negative 5 points on Aquana's total.
45. Actually, he lost his follower, so minus 7 points.
Thank you.
The first was a good sequence, by the way. Chapter 4. Here's Dupless.
Dupless 2, which has a few more moments of dialogue than Dupless 1.
And also with...
But a boss is a boss is a boss.
Vivian.
Sorry?
Wait, Silver still has Peril Vivian, right?
Pretty certain. Now he won't get to use her for turn 1.
It's amazing how that worked out for him.
Aquana finds the atomic booze. He's being a good sport. He's going to go with it.
His stats at this. Little does Aquana know that he's just padding his stats at this point.
No, he's well aware. He's mentioned it in chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? You messed that up.
Yeah, but he can take his time now.
Over in so much HP, he doesn't care if he misses Dupless super cards.
Funny enough,
What?
Sylverlight is on.
Why am I doing this on purpose?
Sylverlight is about to potentially get a bingo, which would not be good for his peril strats. So he actually wants to avoid the Shine Sprite. Oh, so inexplicably, I think I don't know why Vivian isn't in peril. Did she? Was there a heal? Was there a level?
Did I miss that? 18, 24, 27. Dupless is at 13 health, by the way. It'll take a couple more turns to finish him up. But 1 FP. Point swap, Peril Vivian? Not gonna bother, okay.
Dupless is far too simple for that. You don't need peril to go into peril because, yep, Supernova will finish the job. That will put a Sylverlight at 21 plus 2 for the follower is 223. He is definitely in world record territory if he can find something else afterwards and capitalize.
His sequence is perfect for getting another boss.
Hopefully he gets something like Gloomtail where he can one shot. There's very little in the way of cutscenes.
So basically, if he not Shadow Queen is the record. He's that close. If he gets the Shadow Queen, he has to say no, or maybe if he gets it right now, he can fight her.
No, I don't. That would be a tough run. Sylverlight he has potential for a world record, but that's all it is. Potential. He needs to capitalize. That's the important detail here. He finds the Ruby Star. Wow. That's inching him closer and closer.
Is Aquana getting trolled by Atomic Boo having Pretty Lucky and he missed with a Paro Yoshi attack?
I'm pretty sure the Pretty Lucky is not helping him at all.
Well, I lost.
So, right, Aquana, you fought a good fight. It was very close for the majority of the battle. It was very entertaining. You both fought excellently.
I know, he's gonna take my world record.
You had an unlucky break.
Shadow Queen.
What?
If Silver gets Shadow Queen, he might not take your record.
There was a funny moment with Sylverlight where in phase 1 he had a Shadow Queen with a life shroom, and we got to see the Shadow Queen do her animation to use the life shroom. Oh, he does get a boss, but it's one of the longer ones.
Let's see how much this cutscene is shortened. This is supposed to be one of the shortened by Zep's updates.
But I don't think either Aquana nor Sylverlight are on that update.
They're on that update. We've seen the shortened cutscenes. Like the cutscene after Magnus 2 was shortened. There's the Smorg bug. There was a. Who else was really noticeably shortened? Cortez was shortened. Magnus 2 was shortened. They are definitely on the update.
Well, I knew my world record wouldn't live to see another day.
It's alright, Aquana. You'll just take it the next day. I mean, that's all you do.
No, I'm gonna do it after this stream.
Okay, that's even better. Instead of taking it tomorrow, take it today. That's the attitude that I have.
Wow, you still have the benefit of the Smorg bug. Potentially.
I did say that, Dark Ranger. I did.
Bop goes Crump. Bop goes to boom goes the dynamite.
How much time does he have left?
He has 153 left. I think all he has time for is a level.
It's
So
time for another boss. If he gets one soon.
What's his points at right now?
he's at
31.
231.
131 or 231?
231. Yeah, he's at 131, buddy.
231. That's what I meant.
And he doesn't have a follower, so this isn't some case of like, oh, he could lose his follower and go to 229. In fact, he's about to get
He's
a
about to
follower.
get a follower, so that's 233.
Okay. Shubba Lubba, I lost. I know I lost, so I'm just letting the time run out. I did what I could. It wasn't enough.
43, okay.
And like I said,
Oh,
I have no regrets. Yes, I lost world record. Yes, I lost the match. Yes, I'm out of the tournament. But I gave it all. I gave it my all.
Silverlight finding
What a nice game, too.
Gloomtail. So this is very significant. He has 45 seconds.
Return posters, Yoshi dies, Aquana keeps the record. No. It didn't happen. Okay. Even if Yoshi died, he would have let the time run out and stayed at 233.
Please don't say I lost.
So Silverlight, I have to tell you, Aquana got 238 points.
Is that the truth?
What
No,
kind of
it's-
trolling
no,
is that,
it's not.
though?
I failed.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just known for doing
I
that
got
at the end of streams.
I got very
I'm
I got
still
in
over you.
like at the 20-minute mark. I just got absolute garbage boss luck.
I noticed you popped into the call like 3 minutes before.
Wait,
I
did you
finished.
actually get 243 before the time ran out?
He's now at 244. He just
Yeah. I grabbed the wedding ring.
the
before
wedding
timer
was his
ran out.
last item.
Wow.
I
That
wanna
is
say
incredible.
I didn't get smorg, so that should count because I didn't get smorg at all, so my sequence wasn't messed up. So no smorg.
Very nicely done,
244.
Silverlight.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was insane. Like at the start, I got all the chapter 8 bosses in the right sequence, in the right order.
Aquana was getting a lot of chapter 8 as well. You two just ate up chapter 8, essentially.
It's basically just a chapter 8 run. That's all there was. Just chapter 8 over and over again.
Coming into today, you held the record of 223 points. That number was beaten 4 times today, including
Yes.
you yourself beat it by 21 points.
Yay!
Silverlight, that is
Because
fantastic.
you had the last lap, Silver. Congratulations.
Woot.
Yeah.
WO00T.
I have to concede, man. You bested me.
I'm just surprised that you had what, not two good runs? Like your second one was what, 227, and the first one and this one wasn't that great. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm not on the Twitch chat, so I can't see what's going on.
No, my final score was 138. I could have had like
Oh,
170. I could have had 175 at like 10 minutes left, but I didn't have enough point swaps.
Oh,
You both
like,
went for the same strategy with that.
You can like buy like a whole bunch of them and just store them, so you can just pull them out later. That's what I did. Like I was running low, then I just like withdrew 8 from the shop.
Wow, that was dumb. I should have done that.
Oh, I only like figured that out just yesterday. So
You said that you don't have to burn an item to use double dip.
Zeph told me just now. I didn't know that you could just use a point swap then just cancel out of it. I didn't know that until like right before we started playing. Well, between the first and second match.
Double
like
dip
I
is optional, yeah.
That's like why in like between my first match, I just realized, hey, I could just back out. So I did.
So you're saying that once you select double dip, you can just select. You can just do point swap, and that's it.
Apparently, you can just use point swap and then just back out.
Well, think of the hypothetical situation where you only have one item and use double dip. Obviously, there needs to be a failsafe where you return out of the menu. And so you have that
Oh,
option of
that's
not using
true.
an item.
So basically, that extra inventory space that I usually have full of like random items, I just brought along more damage items, or heck, more point swaps.
Yeah, as Zephylos mentioned, double dip takes the FP when you use the
That makes
first
sense.
item.
Yeah, because like I had a friend test it, and he was like, even though it takes the FP, your partner's HP still goes to 5. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess I was just misinformed, or he did something weird. I have no idea why he told me that. So that's what I was going off of, was what my friend told me. Oh, man.
You two still had a very, very entertaining match, let me say. First round was great. Second round, I was not party to. Third round here, it was very tight. There was a lot of times when you guys were only apart by 3 or 4 points. And you were doing the exact same thing too. You were storing up on point on was it points swaps,
I mean,
mega
someone
HP.
was ahead by like 150 to 120 at the 20-minute mark, and then by 200 to 150, and then Aquana died to Shadow Queen at the 10-minute mark.
Silverlight had some lucky breaks. And remember, Atomic
A
Boo
lot.
passed in post game.
Yeah, I only got Atomic Boo once. I never even got back to Goro once, so I had no Ultra Hammer. I just grabbed the Super Hammer within like the first 3 minutes. I was taking it. Hence why, like, even though it's kind of early, is this worth taking if you don't have Ultra Hammer yet? Because as this run showed, you won't even probably never get the chance to get Ultra Hammer. And you'll finally get back to 201, like, with only 20 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
Atomic Boo is just too valuable to pass up.
Definitely.
Broken being able to fight Atomic Boo outside of sequence.
all right, guys. Well, I think that's it for this this match. Silverlight beats Aquana 2-1. With a final world record score of 244. Great game, both of you. Aquana, I wish you luck in your world record stream that you are starting literally as soon as this ends.
Thanks.
And Silverlight, may you not fall for the Aquana syndrome, where your world record only lasts about 2 days or 2 minutes.
I know, right? It got beaten twice today and then taken back. Like in the spawn of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Aquana is not privy to the record being taken for long, so it'll be
No.
interesting what transpires in the next few days. And yeah, anything else?
Really, this world record taking frenzy is going to die down at some point.
It has to.
Eventually.
He's going to get 260, and then they'll be like, "Oh, we can't get to 260, right?"
I think 260 is possible, but you would need some insane luck. Like we're talking like double bone tail kind of luck.
Mm-hmm.
O'Connor, you got a free sub, by the way.
I saw.
You and wins. The odds, man. I was gonna do it the other day after I got world record the first time, but it was way too late. Most people had already left by the time I even thought of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else to say?
No. I've said all I can. My goal was to try to make this as close as possible, and I, at the very least, got us to game 3, overcoming at least a 1-loss deficit. I think by that token, I'm satisfied.
And you kept it close for a significant portion of this game. Let's not beat around the bush here. It was only around like the 20 or 30-minute mark that Silverlight just went on a
just
bit of
popped off. Basically, the game was just like, here you go. Here's all the bosses in order. Just take them. That was crazy.
That was. That
I-
absolutely was.
Like, even after being Bowser and Grotus, the only boss I get was Shadow Queen, and then the game decided to give it to me. Like, that kind of crazy. It's just the only boss.
Yeah, didn't you actually go like Gloomtail, Sirens, Grotus, Shadow Queen at one point?
Yeah, I went
Oh,
Dark
yeah.
Bones to Gloomtail to Shadow Sirens to Grotus.
Wow. Wait, that actually
That's-
happened?
Yes. Oh, and Shadow Queen had a live stream, by the way. She actually
I
has
heard.
She has a little spinning and falling down animation, apparently. Never even knew that.
I didn't know that
Sh-
either.
She is an immortal being. It was amazing to see. We loved it.
I was just like, okay then, cool.
She just
Now
went
we know.
immediately to phase 2 afterwards, but she did heal 10 HP first, so that's good.
Kill her twice.
That 10 HP mattered.
Yeah, like Tribal Seeding says, the only story boss, like the ones that exist in the sequence, not outside the sequence.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That's crazy. Like, I gotta hand that to you. That's almost as nuts as like my 5 Rockhawks and 4 Atomic Boos in that 230.
All right, I just
Which,
want to
by
make
the
a
way,
point
did
here.
not have shortened cutscenes.
First, I level on Shadow Queen. Then, like Shadow Queen has a live stream. Well, what's gonna happen next? Because she seems to do all the crazy stuff in my match.
I'm waiting for a Shadow Queen to have return postage.
Oh, I already have a.
I've
situation
had
for
that
covered.
happen. And Zap
Alright.
Tap.
And we saw like Gibstack in one of his matches, in one of his game, have a Zap Tap Shadow Queen.
Like, I've already thought of it. I already have a way like around that. So I'm not saying it. I don't want anyone knowing. If I have to do it, I will.
The hammer.
It's Coops. I mean, we all know.
Crystal
As
stars.
soon as Coops hits him, he takes half the damage.
Heart
Oh, you mean
attack.
return postage Shadow Queen? I'm sorry, I thought like Zap
Yeah,
Tap Shadow
well,
Queen. Coops
both of
just
them, really.
Spezzo, what the hell are you doing?
I was whispering Silverlight strategies, so they'd be probably a hammer, heart attack, a lot of crystal star moves.
Okay.
I'm being me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alrighty. I am hopping off to enjoy the rest of my night before I have to go to sleep for work. So y'all have a great night.
Yep. Everyone have a great night.
Yeah.
Cheers.
James Aquana.
GG's.
Night.
Night.